a Yankee Doodle Dandy, Yankee Doodle, do or die. A real life nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July.
Well, I thought I'd visit something patriotic for this review to celebrate the 4th of July and also America's 250th birthday. So what better film to visit than the James Cagney classic Yankee Doodle Dandy from 1942? And this is just a favorite of mine. It's just a fantastic movie. I'll give it a quick overview, spoiler-free, and then share some thoughts and some background about the film. So the story here is that Yankee Doodle Dandy follows the life and career of George M. Cohan, as played by James Cagney, and he's just amazing in this role. Cohan was one of the most influential figures in American theater, and this film just kind of follows that story, and it's jam-packed with music and dancing. The story begins with Cohan's childhood. They show him traveling with his vaudeville family, where he learns about the business and has this independent spirit. He just wants to kind of go off on his own eventually. And I love how in the early years, he's kind of this hot-headed kid and a little full of himself, but finally gets humbled by his dad, who is played expertly by Walter Houston in the film. Cohan grows older. He moves away from the traveling family act to the world of Broadway. And it's here that he teams up with Sam Harris, played by Richard Wharf. And they see great success on the stage. And Cohan is just this tireless worker. He's producing all these memorable songs, plays, and productions, and he's out on stage singing and dancing and just makes it big on the stage. We see America heading into the First World War, and it's here that Cohan's music really takes center stage, much more of a patriotic nature with songs like Over There, Over There. And yeah, trust me, watch the film and you'll have that stuck in your head too. His songs are closely associated with national pride and support of the troops. And, the film really shows us that golden age of both vaudeville and of Broadway, with James Cagney's character just at the heart of it all, singing and dancing. I mean, just watch some of this. It's so good. And please, Warner Brothers, let me just share a couple clips without the copyright claim, please. And, the film also shows a lot of things like the rehearsals, the opening nights, backstage dialogue, and all of that, all of the components of the stage, while also exploring things like Cohan's family and his relationship with his wife, Mary, played here by lovely actress Joan Leslie. This one's got it all: drama, romance, comedy, and it's just a fantastic, upbeat, patriotic film. Tons of great music, and it's just so much fun to watch. I love revisiting this one. Is it completely accurate to the real-life history of Cohan? Well, maybe it takes some liberties, but, enjoy it for what it is. And another noteworthy thing is, there's really no partisan politics or anything like that. The patriotic themes of this film are all framed around the U.S. entering the First World War, and Cohan and his involvement with singing and performing for the troops. Yankee Doodle Dandy was directed by Michael Curtiz of Casablanca fame, and also briefly featured character actor S.Z. Sakal of that same film. Curtiz deserves credit because the direction of this film is clean and brisk. I mean, the film doesn't slow down at all, and I love that about it. The story flows easily from one musical number to another. It never seems to slow down. And, I have to make a note of this. Whenever I think specifically of the song Yankee Doodle Dandy, I think of Draftee Duck's rendition, prior to the memorable visit from the little man from the draft board.
A Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, like Teddy did at San Juan Hill, and this is no baloney.
Anyhow, in the end, I think Yankee Doodle Dandy is one of Hollywood's greatest musical biographies, and in a lot of ways, this is really James Cagney's finest performances. And by the way, if you only know of Cagney from, say, gangster roles, You Dirty Rat, or Made It Ma, Top of the World, that sort of thing, well, you're in for a treat at how amazing he is at singing and dancing. Man, the guy could fly. And look, Even if you're not crazy about musicals, there's so much energy to the film, so many catchy songs, Give My Regard to Broadway, you can't help but get carried away by it all. And to me, it's fascinating that, more than 80 years later, this is such a great time capsule, Hollywood style, not just of George Cohan's life and productions, but of what America was like at the time. Rapidly changing during those uncertain war times. People were looking to the big screen for stories of optimism and patriotism. But to me, there's a scene later in the film that I thought was pretty profound, where some kids that kind of stop and meet with an older Cohan, who at this point is living a retired life. And they've all but forgotten most of the legacy of his music. And after what has been basically a fairly short amount of time, these kids are all caught up in the newer music of the time, like Jeepers Creepers, and they start singing that. I watch that. It's like talking to my kids about music from the 1980s. It just shows how an era can feel huge at the moment, but can easily just slip away with a generation or two. So I'll just say again, I personally love this movie, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Everything about it, the story, the pacing, that wonderful performance by James Cagney, just all of the music and dancing, and the feel-good nature of the film. And yeah, you could say that maybe the film gets a little maudlin at times, but who cares? It's a classic to me. This is an entertaining and heartfelt masterpiece. It's definitely one of my favorite films, and it's definitely one worth checking out. Happy birthday, America.